Hey friends, today we are working on a Kraton 8S. Actually, I've got Frankie over here tightening up all the nuts and bolts because we already lost our control arm bolt on one side. So I just put a bunch of wire through there till I get it replaced with a new bolt. I don't have a new bolt here right now, but I'll try to get one. In the meantime, we can still rip it. Control arm's just a little bit looser than it should be, but it works just fine. I've already been ripping it. Now we're doing some more redneck repairs on this thing. So we broke a dog bone. And that, of course, is your shaft. Now, as you probably know, that little pin in there can break. Here, let's do this and light. There you go. That little pin right in there breaks off, and then you've got no go anymore. Just like this guy here did. You can see that pin sheared off. So what I went ahead and did is notched it out so I can put my own pin in there. Kind of a hack job, but anyway, if you're not sure how to take them off, very simple. You loosen that nut there. If you don't have a special RC kit, 15/16 will do the job just fine. That is 15/16, is it not? Yeah, it's got to be, because 13/16 is over there. So yeah, it's just a 15/16 socket that you have right there. You take that nut off, and then you can pull your wheel off, and under your wheel you've got this with that pin through it. So you just push that pin out with a little screwdriver or an Allen wrench, whatever you got, slide that off, and that loosens your dog bone. And then, of course, with your wheel off, it's easy to take your top screw bolt out of the top of your hub there that connects to the outside of your upper control arm. This is the pin that goes through. The pin that you pop out of your nut actually goes through here, holds that in place. So now that we got this here, I've already done this once. I used a roll pin actually last time, but today we're going to try just a nail. And the roll pin that I had through there lasted for quite a while. I wasn't beating on it too hard. It is below freezing all the time outside. But the kit that I used last time is actually just a roll pin like that with a nail through it. And it held up for a while, but it did eventually break. So today we're going to try. I'm going to see if I can't find the right size nail. We'll pound it through there. I can always notch it out a little more if I need to. And we'll try it again. So I went through my box of rusty nails here. And I found one that seems like it'll probably fit. So I'm going to try pounding that in there, grinding it to size, and we should be good to go. Let's give it a shot. So, seems we got to grind this nail down just a bit to make it fit. Let's give it a shot. So, got it ground down. Got it pounded through just far enough to where I can cut it off, clean it up. Let's give it a shot. So, cut it off with my bolt cutters. Now I'm going to clean up the ends of it. Shorten it just a little more. With the bench grinder, of course. Bolt cutters are over there on my wall, actually. And so, got the edges cleaned up, smoothed out where you can't cut yourself on them. So now, should be good to go. Let's put it back in. See how long this one lasts. One other thing, you don't want to leave them too long. You want to check them. Mine, as of right now, is a little bit too long. And what happens if they're too long, of course, is you might actually trim into your oh, come on, I'm trying to turn the light on. You might actually trim into your casing there the way that I have, just a little bit. So we're going to trim it down a little bit and give it a shot. And I don't know if I had clarified in the beginning of this video, but of course all I did is notch that out with a grinder. You want to make it a little bit wider as you go in so that the nail has, you know, a recess to pound into. And just need a good old grinder with a cutting disc to do that. Got to be careful. Don't make such a hack job of it the way I did, because that's not the cleanest grind by any means. So let's take a little more off, shorten that rod a little bit, and put it in. So there you have it. Got it in there. Clears nicely. Keep spinning. Having a hard time in there. It's not even focused now. But yeah, you get the idea. Seems to clear nicely. And yeah, just tightening this back up again. Let's put it together. And we're all set. I've done this before. I've tested it before, so I know it works. I've never tried just the nail. Last time I tried a tiny little nail in a pin, a split. What do I call them again? You know what I'm talking about. I showed it to you earlier in the video. I apologize, my video is all kind of backwards. But basically, the tools that you need are your basic Allen keys, 2 and 2.5 mil, maybe. I think this is a 2 mil. I can't remember. Of course, is it a 3 mil? Okay, just the basic Allen wrench kit. Grinder with a cutting wheel. And a vise is very handy, but I'm sure you could do without. Just get creative. Bench grinder, of course, is very handy, but again, you could probably do without. Most of this you could do with that same angle grinder over there. And of course, yeah, if you wanted to spend 3 eternities on it, you could use a hand file, yeah. And yeah, nails. Just find you a nail that fits, or notch it out accordingly. If you notch it out too much, of course, you risk the dog bone breaking in half, like at the end, the chunks breaking off of it. So you want to be careful with that. You don't want to notch it out too far, but you want to be far enough to where you can put something close to the original thickness in there. Of course, you need a hammer, pound the nail in. And I think that's it. I think I've covered everything here, but this is probably what I'm going to keep doing for a while. Anyway, just experiment with different nails and things, maybe even a screw, and see what works best. And yeah, hopefully this is a good alternative to dog bones. I'm sure dog bones are stronger, but hey, if you're in a pinch and you want to keep ripping and bashing, this is the good way to do it. So anyway, hopefully this video helps somebody, and as always, may God bless you.